Hello and welcome back to my channel. All set for another mountain camp, and I've just arrived at, well, see if you can guess. This will give it away in a minute. Yep, I'm back in Wasdale, and specifically I've just parked up at Greendale because don't know how to put this. I'm bagging again. Yeah, I've been fancying one of these peaks for quite a while and never sort of got round to it. So I had a look at the map, and there's a few I can do on this loop, but it's a fair slog, this walk, and I'll be sort of picking the Wainwrights off. A couple on the way out, camp up on the summit, and a couple on the way back, which I'll talk to you about a bit more as we head up. But I'll tell you what, this is a steep one. Straight from the car park, we're going up to 550 metres, I think. Oh yeah, what's that, 1800 feet? But great views out to the west. You might be thinking about the Wainwrights I'm going to be doing on this route, if you're familiar with the area. But the forecast is for a bit of rain, and there were some spits coming down just as I set off. I couldn't believe it. But it is supposed to clear up later. Let's hope so. Anyway, I'll put you away for a bit and get on with this slog. See you in a bit. Well, those spots of rain seem to have passed. Thank goodness. I didn't want to start taking my rucksack off and get my waterproofs out. So just had a few spots, no more than that, which is good. But great views. The sky's clearing, and hopefully that has passed. Just have to see. So I'm moving on a bit further now, and I think I can see my second summit and where I'm planning to pitch. I haven't told you any of these yet, but I'm just having a bit of fun with you, see if you can work it out. So that's where I'm planning to pitch. There's actually cloud just brushing across the summit. But all great ideas. I haven't even got to the first summit yet, so we'll plod on a bit further. Oh, that's nice. Just peeked out a bit here. I'm not at the summit yet, but just got some lovely views of some old friends there, the Scarfells, Scarfell, Mickledore, Scarfell Pike, Ilgill Head. Yeah, nice. It's a slog, this. And having seen my next summit, it's even higher, and I've got to drop down then start another ascent. It's quite a breeze, probably about 15 miles an hour, so the weather's moving across quite quickly. As I said, the forecast is not really a lot of rain, so I'm hoping I get lucky and it stays dry. Right, let's get up to this summit. So here we are, just arrived at the summit of Middle Fell. 1,909 feet I think it is, which is 582 metres. Look at those views though. I think that weather's coming in from the west and it's hitting this lot, and looks like there might be some rain. It's certainly a bit cragged in on the biggies. Look at that great gable there, and then Scarfell Pike, Scarfell's clagged in. Views though, views down to Wastwater, brilliant that. Just heading towards the end of September now, so much quieter on the roads. I've seen quite a few people coming up today, but I'm in the week, I'm not at weekend, so it is quieter, and you can just tell it's so much nicer when it's like this. Right, so that's the warm-up done. Next, so I'm going to head north, and then just have a, when I get to the end of that bit there, just have a scope round. There's a few different paths, so I'll have to pick which one I'm going to take. So yeah, let's get on with it. So Middle Fell's taken me 50 minutes from the car, and I sort of give an estimate to myself of this route of 3 hours. So I set off at 3:10. It's 4 o'clock now, so if I get up there for 6:10, that should give me an hour to pitch before it goes dark. And look at that. Yeah, it should work out well that, but I mean, maybe it's more than 2 hours this. It looks quite away from here. And if you've done it yourself, this route, you'll know better than I do, because I've never been over there before at all. Not done any of these. All new territory for me. Right, I've managed to spot the onward route, which looks like quite a bog there. So I want to maintain as much height as I can. I don't want to start dropping down because I've got enough ascent to do up there. So my second fell, which is a Wainwrights, Haycock, if you hadn't worked it out. That's that one there. So I want to maintain as much height as I can. So I'm going to be bog trotting across there and head for just below the summit, and then I'll decide whether I'm going to go left or go right. Right looks the easier one, and then double back up to the summit, but I don't know. I'll think about it and have a look at the terrain when I get there. Looks fair way that. Anyway, let's get on with it. Just found this little sheltered spot. It's really nice and warm. Skies, blue skies, white clouds, absolutely gorgeous. But I'm just recognised a spot now up there by the side of the stream there, and then it turns right and goes up to Scote Tarn. I've been there up that route on a previous camp that I did on Little Scote Fell. Check that out. There's a video on that in my Hillyberg Acto. But yeah, the route I'm going to go do today, there it is across the bog. And then I'm hoping, I've only brought ½ litre of water, which I haven't even touched yet, but I'm hoping to pick up some water en route before I get up to the summit. But I can hear that stream roaring from here. There's been quite a bit of rain recently, and yeah, I can see all the white of the waterfalls. Gorgeous. Great gable there. Dusting a cloud on the top. Yeah, what a beautiful day. Right, we're going a bit further. Don't know if you noticed, but I've got some new shorts on today, and they've got like this, like a camouflage effect. So I thought if I put these on, I'll be dead stealth and no one will be able to see me. That's the idea today. So just looking at the path that I was on, it's further down, then it drops down to a low point there and starts ascending. I'm hoping that I don't want to lose all that height, so I'm skirting around the north end of Sea Talon, which is here, and I'm hoping to maintain this height. And I can see a path up there. I can pick up that path. I won't have as much ascent to do. But I think I've done alright there. I haven't even dropped down to that path. I've skirted around there and managed to maintain a bit of height, and that's tomorrow's route. Oh, it's all good stuff. Look at that. My God, what a view that is. Absolutely awesome. It really is. Right, so just a short way and then we get to the bottom of Haycock, and I need to decide how I'm going to ascend it. So I've just reached a fork in the road, so to speak, and it's decision time. Which way do I want to go? The left path or the right path? And I'll tell you what I've decided and why. I've chosen the left path because today that's on the western side and I'm going to be ascending in sunlight. If I'd have chosen the right path, I would have been ascending in shade. Now what I'll do tomorrow morning, I've got to come back this way, head up that bugger, and I'll take the path on the eastern side, which should be lit up by the sunrise. That's the theory. So we'll find out how it works out in the morning. Making pretty good time. It's 22:05. That's an hour and a half. Just measured the wind speed there. It's pretty much constant at about 18 miles per hour, and we're getting near the steep part of the ascent now to Haycock, so I'm going to head over that way and then double back to the summit. But I need to pick up some water before I get up there, so I'm just on the lookout for that now. Just topped up with some nice clean water there. That'll do me, get that. Like I said, we'd had some rain recently. There's certainly no shortage of water up here, but that sun's gone in a bit behind the cloud and I'm going to be quite exposed on this ridge, so on the ascent to Haycock, so I've got the old beanie on. I do suffer from earache if I'm not careful, so yep, beanie's on. Loads of water. Look at that for a view out to the west. Right, so I'm just at the bottom of the steep ascent to the summit of Haycock now. Great views back to Sea Talon and where I came from, Middle Fell there, out to the Irish Sea. But this is our next bit. Doesn't look too far, but it's bloody steep. And once we're up there, I think this is a bit of a rock garden on top, so I may have to go one way or the other to find somewhere to pitch. As usual, I've brought the Duomid, I love that tent, so I need somewhere I can get the pegs in really good and get the tension. It's all about tension, that tent, so I might have to just move around and see if I can get a good pitch for it. Anyway, that's all in the future. Let's get up here first and stop talking about it. Let's go. Right, I've just made it to the top of that climb. This isn't the summit's up there, Haycock. But what views, man, look at that. What views. Looks like there's some rain over there as well. So I'm going to get up there and have a look at this weather and see which way it's coming, because I might need to get waterproofed up and hunker down if that lot's coming. It's definitely rain, I can see it the other side of that peak there, so I'm going to get over there now, just have a look. I might need to get all my gear on. So I've just made it up top now and I need to get hunkered down here. I'm not going to be putting the tent up yet because look at that. It may skirt by us, but I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to get my rucksack off, get the waterproofs on, hunker down behind this wall, and hopefully it'll miss us, but if it doesn't, at least I've got a bit of shelter. Can't actually feel any rain in the air yet, but it's coming. Look at that. That doesn't look good at all, does it? If you look the other way, Scarfell's absolutely glorious. Yeah, I'm just hoping it's going to go that way and miss us, but I'm not going to start putting the tent up yet. I'm just going to keep my eye on this. I may not need the waterproofs, but I'm just going to keep my eye on it. If I feel any spots in the air, the waterproofs are going on. There's a shelter there, but it's not, this wall's higher, so I'm going to use this. Could get lucky here. Feeling lucky, punk. Well, I was talking about getting lucky, and we really didn't. I've got all my gear on. I was trying to pitch the tent and I couldn't get the pegs in, and it just started absolutely lashing it down. So I've left it over there. It's pegged in secure enough, but I can't get the pole up. So yeah, it's been bloody lashing it down here. And as I was pitching my tent, I just saw this bloke sort of wandering out the mist. You can see it like this, and this figure came wandering out the mist. I wondered what the bloody hell it was. So I said all right to him, and as he got closer, I realised it's Andy bloody Beavers. Yeah, he said he was coming up here, but I didn't realise he was actually coming up here. So brilliant that. So I've just been sat with Andy hoping for this weather to pass through. It looks like it is, but how long it's going to take I don't know. That's what we've got. So yeah, so I hope when I get back over there my tent's not blown away. It should be alright. Right, a bit more sheltering, and hopefully this will pass through pretty soon. So I just got back to my tent now. This is it, with all that water, and I'm going to try down there. Just can't get the pegs in. Got one in pretty good, but the other pegs are no good, so I'm going to have to try down there. Bloody weather. And he's just making his way down there now, see if he can get a pitch down there. It's all good fun though, isn't it? Right, I've just got the tent up. God, it's absolutely miserable out there. This weather, I don't know where it's come from, but it's bloody horrible. It cleared for a few moments, but now it's all quagged in again. Like that. Andy's just, probably see Andy over there. But we haven't had a chance to have a chat with each other because we've just been putting the tents up and then it started lashing it down, so we're both in the tents out with this weather. Bloody horrible it is. Certainly wasn't forecast, but we'll get on with it. This is what we do. Don't make it into a drama, just you know what you've got to do. Get your tent up, get out of the wind, get out of the rain, get some warm gear on, and you'll be all right. Yeah, so I just hope that it's going to clear at some point, because the views were absolutely amazing. You'll have seen the views earlier, absolutely gorgeous. I just hope it's going to clear. But what time is it? I can't see. I think it's about 7:15. Sunset's about 7:30, I think. Sunset, yeah. In our dreams. But everything's soaking wet. It's dry in there, but I could do with a cup of tea, I think. Getting my brew on. So I'm probably going to do that in a minute. We'll have to keep this door shut just to keep out of that weather. It's bloody horrible. Right, back to you in a bit. So I just went out and got some footage earlier before it went dark, but yeah, it's pitch black now. It's bloody cold though. Everything's so damp, and that rain, it's actually stopped raining, but that wind's still about 15 miles an hour, and bit more sheltered down here than it is on the summit, but you can see it's cold. And as I've been saying for a few weeks now, winter is on its way. But yeah, everything's nice and dry in the inner tent. And as you saw, I came up in shorts, so I've just got these waterproof bottoms on now, waterproof top. So I brought some long johns and some spare socks. So I'm going to get changed into them now, and getting the not the sleeping bag. I brought the quilt, the Cumulus 450 quilt. So I'm going to get in that and settle down. Yeah, it was a right saga in that rain, putting the tents up and wind and everything. But hey, sometimes that's what you have to do, and you just get on with it and do your best and try and keep everything, your main sleeping gear, try and keep that dry, and that's all you can do really. But the forecast for tonight is to remain dry, so I'm gonna leave this door open all night. I always like to have the door open if possible, so I'm going to leave that door open all night, and then if I wake up in the middle of the night I can just have a look outside and maybe do a bit of stargazing, but I can't see it. Once I get stuck in that quilt, I think I'll be nice and toasty and just staying there for until morning. So I'm going to check out now, and I've had my sandwiches, so I've got some dessert. Not brought any wine, it's too bloody wild for that. I'm going to enjoy my bounty and then just check out, I think. Okay, see you in the morning. Well, I couldn't believe that. I'd literally just got settled into my sleeping bag and just sort of shut my eyes, put the light off, heard this noise, and one of the pegs had blown out. So, so I had to get up and resecure just one of the corner pegs. It just popped out because I couldn't get it in far enough. But I've repositioned it, and I've put a couple of rocks on the well, 3 rocks on the corner guys that I couldn't get fully in. Well, good morning. It's 5 minutes till sunrise and it's bloody horrible. Everything's soaking wet, and it's blooming windy outside as well. This is my tip inside my tent. Yeah, look at that water running off. Tent's fine, but everything's just soaking wet. I don't think I can be bothered to even get outside. We'll have a look outside though. I'll open the door and we'll have a look. It's a nice morning, apart from that bloody wind. Look at the cloud there. I'm going to get some waterproofs on, I think, just so I don't get my stuff underneath wet while I'm making my breakfast. And the forecasting for this to blow through and be quite bright about 8 o'clock, just 7 o'clock. We live in hope. Right, see you in a bit. So I've just ventured out having a look round, and it's not great at all. It's clearing that way, but if you look north, it's horrible. Just been talking to Andy about the weather, as we often do, and how it's not as was forecast. But tent's been great. It's just soaking wet, everything. Andy was saying that his tent's really wet as well. I mean, there's so much moisture in the air, there's nothing you can do about it, even with the wind blowing through. It's well ventilated, but conditions like this, it just is what it is. Look at the speed of the cloud blowing through though. And I've got a feeling we could be stuck inside a cloud pretty soon. It's heading straight for us. Here it is. Yeah, pretty horrible. So it's 7:05 now, and the forecast is for it to be pretty bright about 8 AM. What do you reckon the chances of that are? But with this wind, it's blowing through that quick, it can change really quick as well. Yeah, so we live in hope. But while it's like this, might as well get back in the tent and get some breakfast on. Just measured the wind speed, pretty much constant 15 miles an hour, and it's 7 degrees. But as I said last night, I got one of the pegs in really good. That's in really well, that peg. But the other three weren't so good, so I've put these rocks on. That's the one that blew out last night. So I've got a rock on that, and there's a small rock on that one there. But yeah, the tent's been fine. As you can see, there's loads of ventilation. So it's just conditions. Sometimes atmospheric conditions, it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be wet. And look at it. Right, porridge time. So it's just turned 8 AM, and as they forecasted, the sun's come out really nice and bright, but it's blowing a gale and it's absolutely pissing down as well. So me and Andy just sheltering in the tent so it blows through, hopefully. My God. It's a wet one, this, it really is. I just started slowly packing up because there's nothing else to do, just stuck in the tent. But see that sun coming through now, it's really bright. But that rain's rattling us and the winds are blowing through as well, so hopefully it'll pass soon and we can get out and start packing the tents up. Sounds like it's brightening up, doesn't it? Oh well, keep smiling. So here I am at the summit of Haycock. I'll put the height on the screen. Pretty much constant 25-mile-an-hour winds. But I'm going to head back the same way that I came up. I've decided to go back that way and head for Sea Talon over there. That's where we were last night. Me and Andy all packed up. Leave no trace as always. Andy's headed back to his car now, which was down in Ennerdale. So he's all heading north. I'm heading back south towards Sea Talon. It's brightening up, but it's bloody windy. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's go and bag another Wainwright. So I'm just nearly down the descent now from Haycock, really steep that, and there's Sea Talon there, so unfortunately I've got to drop quite a way, and then I think it's about a 200-metre ascent, quite steep as well, on sort of grassy type terrain. Yeah, so they've got that to look forward to next. But I've just got a bit of shelter here, but that wind, I can still see the clouds rattling across the skies. And Sellafield there, the Isle of Man, cloud sat on top of the Isle of Man. Yeah, so we'll head down here and then across the bog and then start the ascent. Let's get on with it. So we've reached a point now where we need to start descending to begin the ascent of Sea Talon, which is there, and it's about I think it's 200 metres, a very short, steep 200-metre ascent to the top of Sea Talon. So I'll get down there and then I'll be taking this top off, because that'll get you warm going up there. But just looking to the north, and I just hope it doesn't start raining. Some black clouds heading this way from the north, so hopefully that's not going to catch us, and we'll be able to dodge that and get up to the summit of Sea Talon. Let's go. So I've made it up to the summit of Sea Talon, and I've just got out of the wind in this little weather shelter. It's really nice, sun's blasting into here, out of the wind, it's great, it's another world. And then you get out there, it's 25-mile-an-hour winds, but you should see the clouds, crazy. I'll show you them in a minute when I get out of here, but sort of pointing you into the sun, but I don't know if you can see that. Look at the clouds there. Yeah, so just having a minute here, and then I need to check out the map and have a look at my descent route, which my plan is to head towards Buckbarrow. That's another Wainwright, so that'll be 4 Wainwrights on this trip. Not that I'm a bagger, but I guess I'm becoming a bit of a bagger. But anyway, I suppose my plan is to get all the difficult ones done, and then when my knees are all knackered and I can't do as much, I can do the easy ones then. Anyway, so had a rest now. Let's get this backpack on and get out there again. I'll show you these clouds whipping past. Bloody hell. And I just hope they don't drop the contents on top of us. Right, let's go. So that's looking across to Middle Fell, my ascent route yesterday, and if you look behind it, just look at the Scafell Zone. It's covered in big cloud. Right the way around to Great Gable as well, just cloud just sat on top of the mountains. Wouldn't fancy being up there today, can't see a thing. But so I'm heading down towards Buckbarrow now, and Westwater's just lighting up in the distance there. My car's actually down there at Greendale, but I'll be heading for Buckbarrow and then going round that other side, and it's a bit of a road drag back round to the car. Just noticed that if I carry on that path, I'm going to be heading down, then I'm going to have to ascend again to Buckbarrow. So I've decided to change my route. I'm just heading across country now. There's a path over there that I can see, so I'll pick that up. Then I won't have to ascend again. I'll maintain the height and drop straight into Buckbarrow. At last I've made it! Buckbarrow, my 4th Wainwright on this route, and this wind doesn't know when to stop. Look at the views though. That's Middle Fell where I was yesterday. Red Pike, Scarfells, Ilgill Head, Isle of Man, Sellafield. Great, stunning views. It's a beautiful day, it's just so windy. So now I've got to work out how to get off of here. And I think it's that path down there. Pick up that path, drop down to the road, then double back round to the car. Yeah, I'll be glad to get out this wind and to get some breakfast. Brilliant though, absolutely love it. Right, that's enough for now. Let's get on. So I'm just coming off Buckbarrow now. It's a really steep ascent back to the road. Road's down there, so I guess I'm gonna, I mean obviously I can't head straight down there, but I guess the path heads that way and sort of doubles back round. Yeah, beautiful that, beautiful views. Right out to sea. And looking back. Right, let's get this descent sorted out and head back to the car. So I've just made it back down to the road, and it's even windy here. It's more sheltered up there, but that's where I've just come down from, Buckbarrow. Really impressive from this side. And just see Scarfell there, Scarfell Pikes, covered in cloud. Seems to be brightening though. Yeah, so quite a big walk that. I think it was. Let's have a look at this. It was about 10 miles all round and 3,700 feet of ascent with all this camping gear. So yeah, it's quite a big walk that, but yeah, I've enjoyed it even despite the weather. I mean, you know, I don't choose to come out in weather like that. This is the last thing I want, but you need to be prepared for it. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, that's what I always say. And yeah, it was, and I really did not know that Andy was going to turn up. I couldn't believe it when he walked out the mist. I didn't even recognise him at first. So Andy will be doing his own video of this, so be sure to check out Andy's video. He's an absolute blooming legend. Great spending time with him. And so I hope you've enjoyed my video, despite the changeable weather. It's a nice route, it's quite a big route. But get in the comments if you've got anything to say about the video or the route or anything. Again, if you've got any advice, I always appreciate your advice from you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See ya.